Elberton, Georgia. On the surface, it looks just like any other small town, but as you look closer, you begin to see the differences. Like many cities, Elberton has a tall, imposing granite memorial standing in the middle of its business district. But it doesn't stop there. As you drive through the community, you will find granite signs, granite monuments, granite churches, granite banks, a granite auditorium, and a 20,000-seat granite bowl. Yes, on the surface, Elberton looks just like any other small town. But just below the surface, you will find one of the largest deposits of monumental-grade granite in the world. In fact, this small Northeast Georgia community counts for 1/3 of all monumental granite produced annually in the United States. Creating memories. This is the story of Elberton Granite. The Elberton Granite story began in 1889 when the railroad came to Elberton and Dr. Nathaniel Long opened the area's first commercial quarry. Today, there are 40 quarries in operation, producing approximately 20 million cubic feet of select-grade granite annually altogether. There are more than 250 companies doing business in granite and alloyed products. 90% of Elberton's granite is for cemetery memorials. Over 250,000 cemetery monuments, markers, and mausoleums are manufactured here. Total sales exceed $125 million. There is no doubt about it. Elberton deserves its billings as granite capital of the world. The granite deposits around Elberton were created over 500 million years ago, when a molten mass pushed its way upward, forming what geologists call the root zone of the Appalachian mountain chain. The total amount of granite in the area is estimated at over 6 million tons and 4 miles deep in the ground, enough to fill the Rose Bowl nearly 2 million times. Of course, the Earth does not give up easily what it has taken millions of years to create. In earlier times, quarrying the granite required workers to drill a series of holes up to 20 feet in depth. As you can imagine, it was back-breaking, tedious work. Previously, quarry workers used a method called jet piercing. Jet piercing employs a small combustion chamber attached to a long hollow steel shaft, which burns a pressurized mixture of fuel oil and air or oxygen. The flame leaves the burner at 4,000 feet per second, which is 4 times the speed of sound, and cuts a 4-inch wide channel through solid granite. Using the jet piercing method, workers can quarry about 16 square feet of surface per hour. Although jet piercing is still used today in certain situations, today workers utilize wire saw technology. After a large rectangular section of granite has been completely cut or sawed on all sides, the large block is ready to be broken free from the bed of the quarry. First, a series of holes are drilled horizontally along the bottom of the section. Then small charges of black powder are placed in the holes. When the charges are detonated, the small explosion has just enough force to break the block loose from the bed of the quarry. Once the large block is free, small pieces, more manageable in size, if you can call 10 to 15 tons manageable, are prepared. To do this, a series of 6-inch deep holes are drilled, and then wedges and shims are driven into the drilled holes by sledgehammer, splitting the granite rock like a piece of wood. The small blocks are then lifted out of the quarry by a derrick and placed on a truck for shipment to one of Elberton's over 150 manufacturing plants. The manufacturing process begins by sawing the rough granite block into slabs that are 6 to 12 inches thick. This is accomplished by utilizing diamond rotary saws with blades up to 11 feet in diameter and containing 140 or more industrial diamond segments. These saws, using tons of water as a coolant, cut the Elberton granite at an average rate of 25 square feet per hour. The saws are computer controlled and can be programmed to operate around the clock by presetting the block size and the desired thickness. Finishing cuts and intricate designs can be made with an automated diamond wire saw. Diamond wire saws contain a small quarter-inch steel wire containing diamond segments, cutting the granite into any desired shape. The geometric patterns or shapes are designed in MonuCAD design software and then transferred to the saw's computer. The wire will follow the programmed shape perfectly as it completes the cutting process automatically. The next step into processing the granite into many finished monuments is giving it a glossy finish under high-speed polishing mills. The operator guides a heavy wheel over the piece as different grades of abrasives, together with water, gradually grinds the surface of the stone smooth. The buffing wheel is guided over the entire piece until a mirror-like polish has been achieved. The entire polishing operation only takes about 45 minutes. Today, many of Elberton's granite plants have installed automated polishing mills that operate continually with little supervision. These machines use a series of abrasive bricks beginning with a coarse grain and progressing to a very fine grade to give the mirror-like polish desired for many monuments. The granite is now broken into small pieces that will become the actual monuments and markers. The install cuts are made by a massive guillotine. This machine uses hydraulic pressure and its carbine-tipped teeth to cut pieces up to 22 inches thick. After the granite is broken to the specified size, skilled craftsmen use their hammers, numeric tools, and razor-sharp tip tools to shape the monument to its final dimensions. Cutting and chipping away with their hammers and chisels, these highly skilled workmen utilize old-world artistry combined with technological advances to transform the granite blocks into beautiful memorials. A contour grinding machine is used on those monuments, requiring finishing on the top and the ends. Large cranes are used to move the monuments to the sandblasting department, where the process of carving and lettering takes place. A liquid glue is brushed on the polished surface of the monument. The rubber-like stencil will bond the granite securely. While the glue is drying, the stencil is carefully spread and pulled tightly over the polished surface. The stencil is then rolled with a heavy metal cylinder to iron out any air bubbles. The drafting department has already prepared a unique design based on the customer's specific order. Monument design was greatly improved over the past several years. Today's design technology provides an infinite array of design possibilities to meet any customer's taste. The final design is transferred directly to the rubber stencil by computer, and workers use a razor-sharp knife to cut out the tiny lines on the stencil and expose the surface for sandblasting. In the sandblast room, the operator directs the spray of the abrasive materials evenly into each exposed area of the stencil, while the uncut rubber portions reflect and protect the surface. Alternatives to sandblast carving are sculptures or etched carvings. Sculptors are able to reproduce figures in stone through their patience and artistic talent. Scenes and portraits are produced in granite through an etching process. Small diamond-tip drills scratch the surface With each varying stroke, the artist creates contrast and texture in the design. State-of-the-art technology has also brought the industry laser etching to provide yet another monument style. Once finished, the excellently crafted Elberton granite memorials are shipped throughout the United States and world. These beautiful monuments, produced through a combination of modern technology and old world craftsmanship, will be erected in cemeteries, public parks, town squares, schools, and historical sites. The enduring quality of Elberton granite will stand for eternity as silent centurions guarding our past, recording our heritage, perpetuating memories of the special people that have shaped our lives. Yes, on the surface, Elberton, Georgia may look just like any other small town, but through its unique granite resources, it reaches across this country into every community, creating memories.